Thank you so much, DPS Foundation, for having me here. My name is Raymond Pryor the Fourth. No relation to Ray Charles or no relation to Richard Pryor, but I used to sing in choir, and I like to think I have a good voice, and I like to think I'm funny sometimes, so those two legends might be somewhere in the blood, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But back to those 89,000 students, I am so happy to be here representing all of them. Like, I have a constituency in the state capitol, 89,000 students that I'm here representing tonight. And I've been a DPS student since 5th grade. I started at the Odyssey School in Park Hill, and now I go to East High School, obviously, but we'll get back to that a little bit later. I knew you were gonna say something. But I am so excited to play for DPS. But in DPS, there is a specific team that I love to play for, and that is East High School, home of the Angels. Hey, Lolo, I know, Mr. Mayor, you're right here. Miss Haynes, I know you're over here. I know there's Angels in the house, and all the Rebels and the Patriots, we're gonna get to you next. Don't worry, you have your time soon. But back to my college plans, I'm also pleased to announce my official transition from being an East Red Angel to a Duke Blue Devil, where I will be going to college. Thank you. I'm also really pleased to announce, and this is really great for my mother, my stepfather, and my uncle and grandfather who are here, I'm going on a full ride merit-based scholarship. No loans whatsoever. Super excited about it. Thank you. And I also want to acknowledge some of the people who have provided me opportunities that I unfortunately wasn't able to take advantage of. I know there's a huge table right here of the DPS Foundation, of some staff and some scholars. I really want to acknowledge you all. I had the opportunity to actually become a DPS scholar and made the worst decision ever and turned it down to go to Duke. But fantastic community, and I'm so glad you guys are here supporting DPS and me especially. And when I head off to Duke, I was just talking about this with Representative Duran. I really want to study public policy, but the real reason why I want to study public policy is because I dream to have an impact in public education, just like everybody is here. Whether it is a teacher, counselor, a principal, I know Mr. Mendelsberg, you probably don't want me to take your job, but just keep it on the radar. Or a social entrepreneur, I want to invest in the next generation of 89,000 DPS students just like you all. And to start off that investment, I'm here to pose a few questions that I will be trying to answer throughout my entire life. And the first is this: what is a quality education? Now, to me, a quality education is a bridge made of tools, resources, and opportunities that connect the gap between interest and discovery, between potential and success. But who builds it? We all know who the escorts are: teachers, counselors, administrators, and mentors, but who are the architects? Now, regardless of how many people in here will sympathize with me when I say this, I am awful in physics and have no aspirations to be an engineer whatsoever. Everybody in this room is an architect. We are the community that surrounds every DPS student, and it is our responsibility to build bridges for our students. But even before you get out your toolbox and start building, ask yourself, what bridges were built for you? What architects and escorts put you in this room tonight? In light of that tone, I'd like to highlight some of my architects and just a few of my escorts. When I moved here from the Midwest with my family, I chose to pursue my entire education in Denver Public Schools because I knew the quality education I was getting. Academics, athletics, arts, and everything in between. We have it all, and at the highest level. I knew that in DPS, I could have every opportunity to connect my interest with discovery, my potential with success. And when I got to East, I was like a kid in a candy store with his mom's credit card. Looked around wide-eyed at all the different options and opportunities, and I knew that my high school education was going to be built of many diverse experiences. I took 14 AP courses, 10 honors courses, played in 3 sports, sang in choir, and worked on the yearbook. Thank you. Each opportunity was a new experience and a new lesson learned. And the first time I stepped into my first AP course, it was human geography taught by Mr. Lacey. And that was the first, I know Mr. Lacey's fiance is in the back, and we have a bunch of East teachers here representing. Mr. Lacey helped me go through my first transition into actually struggling and feeling uncomfortable in school. It was the first time I ever struggled academically, period, but Mr. Lacey was by my side. He invested in me, taught me how to manage a college-level course, and he helped gain me the confidence I needed to excel. And I carry all of those skills with me to this day, and I will carry them into my future. And in addition to my educators, my paths have also been shaped by fabulous mentors who have shown me the way. I want to highlight my most influential architect and escort outside of my family, Mr. Ronald Sally. My mentor, my coach, a father figure, and an awesome friend. We can sit around and talk for hours. And he's connected me with so many opportunities, and he is by far the hardest working person I've ever met. And not just because of what he does from 9 to 5, his mission outside of his work is to help students like me. And I know I can always count on him because he treats me like his son. He's been instrumental in expanding my views and helping me learn how to self-discover and self-reflect. And I was connected to Mr. Sally and his amazing mentorship program, Project Greer Street, through East High School. And I want all of my peers to have the opportunity to connect with amazing programs like this one, because it by far changed my life. And for these reasons and so many others, East was my Golden Gate Bridge. But I have to accept the harsh reality. Everyone doesn't cross the same bridge. East has one of the largest achievement and opportunity gaps in DPS. In a school of abundant opportunity, equal opportunity doesn't always exist. I am going to Duke as a proud success story of DPS, but I leave so many of my friends, peers, teammates behind. Across DPS, the on-time graduation rate is 63%. So hypothetically, if I had 10 friends across the city, 4 of them won't graduate on time. I look at this, and I think just like you all, this is unacceptable. It infuriates me to think of even one student who doesn't get to cross the bridge that I was able to cross. And I'm here tonight because I'm fortunate enough to attend a school in a district that provides that opportunity and a wonderful family that encourages me to take advantage of it. My friends are not here because they lacked what I didn't even have to earn. And that to this day and will always devastate me. But I decided to do something about it. I joined my peers leading a student-driven initiative called Angels for AP Excellence. And our mission is to increase the diversity of our honors and AP courses to better reflect the tremendous diversity that encompasses our entire student body. And to capture the scale of our issue, within a school where minorities represent over half of the school population, only 8% of AP courses were administered to students of color in the year 2012. I walked the halls and saw incredible diversity. And then I entered my AP classrooms and saw something completely different. The vast majority of the room was filled with kids who didn't look like me. But since we started the program 3 years ago, we've seen remarkable results. I ask you all to join me in celebrating a 36% increase in African American representation and a 26% increase in Hispanic Latino enrollment. Fantastic numbers. And tonight, I am so grateful to see so many, there are so many of you, this is kind of intimidating, so many of people who care, who believe in our students. Because everything isn't determined by GPA. I know so many bright kids with so much talent, so much intellect and potential, regardless of where they fall in their class rank. I think about those 37% of DPS kids who aren't graduating on time, and I easily see myself in them. But I truly believe they aren't getting the right support. And we as a community and as a district are missing out on a lot. It's not necessarily an achievement gap. It's an opportunity gap. If we get every kid in every school with the right environment, they will excel. If the door is open for them, they will walk through it, and they will go on to do amazing things. Each of you has the power to open doors, to connect the gap between potential and success. Each of you plays a very important role in making sure that every student graduates on time. I am so grateful for the investments that were made in me. And in return, I will give back to my community and also become an investor myself. And that is why I dream of a career in education. So in closing, I ask you to reflect, answer, and take action, even this evening, to the questions that I posed earlier. What bridges were built for you? What architects and escorts put you in this room tonight? And most importantly, how will you become an architect or an escort for those coming after you? Thank you so much.